Welcome to another episode of Markets Dawn Europe, an audio podcast on financial markets for European-based professionals. A minimalistic solution to the information overload in mainstream and social media. This is what you need to know today.
Morning. US equity markets closed at a fresh record high on Friday, driven by robust bank earnings in Q3. The S&P 500 finished above 5,800 points, to accumulate a 22% year-to-date gain, after JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, BlackRock, and Bank of New York Mellon comfortably beat analysts' estimates as they kicked off the earnings season. The KBW Bank Index had its best day since December and closed at the highest level since May 2022. Shares in JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and BlackRock added between 3 and 5% on Friday and are trading at or near their all-time highs. Tesla shares fell 9% on Friday to end the week 13% lower, following the presentation of its robo-taxi, as it disappointed analysts with the lack of details on the new product line. Sovereign bond markets were little changed again on Friday, and the trend so far in October has been towards higher yields on the 10-year space, reversing the rally in September. Treasury and gilt yields are trading at nearly 3-month high. The dollar and gold finished little changed last week, while Bitcoin advanced 5%. China's latest consumer and wholesale price figures show that deflation pressures intensified in September, with PPI falling 2.8% and CPI advancing only 0.4% in the past 12 months, missing expectations. On a widely awaited update on Saturday, the Ministry of Finance committed to more spending but failed to provide details, while markets are looking for more concrete announcements. China's CSI 300 stock index dropped more than 3% last week, but is up 1.5% today, with bank shares leading the recovery. International trade data will be released later today. Brent is dropping more than 1% this morning, to $78, driven by these latest updates in China. Headlines. In the Middle East, Hezbollah launched a drone attack in northern Israel from Lebanon on Sunday that killed 4 soldiers and injured more than 60 people, further escalating the conflict. A man carrying a loaded handgun was arrested outside a Donald Trump rally in California. This is the third incident involving Trump's security. China is holding military exercises around the island of Taiwan, which are interpreted as a response to comments by the Taiwanese president to resist Beijing's pressure. Elon Musk's SpaceX has completed its first successful landing of a Starship rocket after a launch into space, and a safe return to the launch pad. Musk said the achievement was a big step towards making life multi-planetary. SpaceX was recently valued at $180 billion. In credit ratings, the outlooks for France and Belgium were downgraded to negative by Moody's and Fitch. The earnings season continues with other large banks reporting tomorrow, including Goldman and Citi. The ECB meets on Thursday, with markets fully pricing in a 25 basis point rate cut to 3.25%. It's Columbus Day in the US today, and equity markets will be open but bond markets will be closed. It's also a holiday in Japan and Canada. Thanks for your time, see you tomorrow.
Visit laconicbriefs.com to subscribe to our newsletter, including this audio podcast with an extended script if you prefer to read, plus performance tables and charts, all in one place. Delivered straight to your inbox every morning, Monday to Friday.